What is going on, guys? Kevin here to bring you a new video today. For today, I wanted to talk about something that's been trending around YouTube lately. It's actually about YouTube itself, a topic that's kind of interested me, considering the fact that I don't monetize these videos, and at this time, I think it's probably a good idea not to attempt that. So there's been a recent controversy, as a lot of you may have heard from videos you've watched, that YouTube is now going to enforce a policy that anyone who has content targeted for kids won't be able to get their content monetized, and they have to indicate whether or not their content is for kids or not. And then if it is for kids, then it can't get monetized, which is just really dumb because I guess it makes it so that kids don't see ads for things that aren't good for them, or are inappropriate, or because it's illegal under the act of COPPA, to, I guess, advertise to underage kids. But supposedly you do need to be 13 to have a YouTube account. But I mean, I do understand that a lot of people watch YouTube on accounts that aren't theirs, that are their parents, or people just watch YouTube without a YouTube account. There's plenty of people out there that watch YouTube without a YouTube account. I mean, I didn't really establish a YouTube account for a while, and I was watching YouTube. But yeah, anyways, I think it's really dumb because it makes it really difficult to find exactly what type of content you want to create, and it's almost like you're stuck in school or prison, being confined to create specific content, because YouTube has already tried to enforce rules when it comes to monetization for whether or not people can have edgy content or not. People, YouTube will view edgy content as being not monetizable, which I also think is dumb as well. So you can't be too edgy and you can't be too much for kids. So where's the middle ground here? It's just going to become boring. If you've truly got every single video that's for kids, then YouTube is fucked. But for kids is such a broad term. What's for kids? I think the best way to determine what would be for kids is by analyzing the audience that watches your videos, actually. Because if it's truly for kids, then you would have an audience that's for kids. What if you make videos about dolls or animation or something, but your audience is 18-year-olds? And obviously you're not really for kids, are you? Because you don't have a kid audience. So that doesn't make sense for that. And someone like Logan Paul or Jake Paul, they have younger audiences watching them, and their content isn't necessarily considered for kids. I mean, they're freaking actually offensive somewhat, at times, with things that they've been through. But they have a younger audience, so I mean, how can you base whether or not you want to show ads to kids off of whether or not they're just watching kids content? Because that's just dumb. A lot of kids these days aren't even watching younger kids content. That's just doesn't happen anymore. It's kids always watch PewDiePie, who is a little profane at times, and he's kind of tightened up a little bit so he can stay monetized. But people like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Markiplier, they're not exactly extremely kid friendly, but lots of kids watch them. But yet with kid oriented videos, I mean obviously you're gonna have an audience somewhat of kids if you're talking about unboxing toys or something like that. But that doesn't mean that it's only gonna be kids, and that the entire video should not be monetized. That's just stupid. I feel it shouldn't be up to the creators to be well, I guess my content's for kids, so I guess I can't monetize it. Oh well. But why does it have to be up to the creators? Why can't the parents have any control over it? Why do the creators have to be okay, yeah, kids are watching my video and my content is targeted towards them, so I have to be responsible as to whether or not they see ads, on my video, which is just dumb. I mean, the whole thing about YouTube also is when I was doing YouTube, when I was watching YouTube in 20 2012 or 2010. I don't know. Like there used to be a saying on YouTube that was called like YouTube, broadcast yourself. That was the saying on YouTube. But now it's not even like broadcast yourself. It's like YouTube, broadcast yourself, but don't be too edgy or don't be too kid friendly. Like, okay, cool. Like I'm still broadcasting myself, right? No, no, clearly you're not, because you're not even like being yourself anymore. You're just like tailoring yourself to fit the meta of YouTube so that you can still earn money on your videos. And to be honest, like I think like I don't want to monetize my videos. I just do this for fun, honestly. Um, you know, in order to monetize videos, I would have to get like thousands of views. I tried applying for monetization, and it's not something you can easily get. It's through a program called AdSense, where you earn like a little bit of money for like each ad view that you get. Your revenue on YouTube is primarily based on AdSense, on people viewing ads. So for each view of an ad, you get like revenue from it, and most of those views on ads are from targeted ads that are like tailored to you, based on like your viewing history. So it's kind of they kind of like collect data on you. So the fear was that they don't want people collecting data on kids because they think that's like a violation. So they don't want kids to watch kids content and have like issues with that, which I guess I can understand. But at the same time, like should it really be like the creator's responsibility for that? Like I don't know. And I mean, like, it does make sense in the context of like not having a YouTube channel. You just like you see ads for something that's like tailored towards you, even though you're like 6 years old and you don't have a YouTube account. So like I guess I could see it with that. It just seems like a lot just for that, as well as like irresponsible kids with shitty parents who let them watch like Jake Paul swearing and shit, or doing some dumb shit with Team 10 or whatever. Like it just seems like they're shifting the blame to us, like to say like, oh no, yeah, your content's directed towards kids, so you're violating our law now. And like with that, I don't necessarily like know a whole lot as to like what's gonna happen, because like what's gonna be marked is for kids, because like you have the responsibility, is if you're a monetized creator. I don't think I have to do anything. I'm not monetized, and my content is certainly not directed at kids. Like, come on, guys. Like, what? Well, like, but like, yeah, like you're basically responsible to like mark any videos that you have as directed at kids, which honestly, like, that's a really hard choice for content creators to make, especially like certain types like animation and stuff, and like Minecraft channels and different stuff like that. Like sure, Minecraft is a kids game, but lots of adults like me have played it. So like I don't know exactly how that would take effect, but yeah, I guess that's more for like YouTube to decide, as well as creators, I guess. But if you don't decide correctly and your content is flagged as for kids, then you get a fine for that, for like 42 up to 42K, which is just terrible. I mean, that could really ruin some people's lives, especially if they have like hundreds of videos that are like racking up fines for that type of thing. And like I would be like scared if I was like a content creator that had monetized videos. I'm just glad I never got into it, because it used to be like it was more just like you make videos of whatever you want, and like it doesn't matter, people like it. But then it became like an issue with like the adpocalypse, where advertisers were getting like fed up with like having to like they didn't like the idea of putting their ads on certain types of videos, which I guess makes sense. You don't want to promote like bad content by like advertising something on like a content that's not good for the public. But at the same time, it just limits creativity, which sucks. And the same thing goes for this whole kid-friendly content thing. I mean, I just hate how it's happened. I mean, I mean, it does kind of make sense, but it just seems like a little bit much to shift the blame on us and not, the parents, who should just be like, hey, why are you watching Logan Paul? Like, stop watching that. Like stop watching that. Use YouTube Kids. Like, hello. But like, also another thing to note, one last thing to note is that, like, with like edgy content too, like, I don't really get like why edgy content gets like flagged so much, as well. Like, because I guess this feels like kind of like a gray area to me, honestly, because like some videos get considered to be like age restricted videos, for being like violent or like um, graphic or having language, but like other videos will just be viewed as, like not monetizable. So like some age restricted videos could still get monetized, but not like other ones. Like, I don't know, like how do you determine that? Like what's an age restricted video and what's just like a non monetizable video? I don't know. Yeah, YouTube is really, really vague and weird about how it enforces its policies on people and how it can suspend accounts for the most petty of things. I've gotten like, uh, you can get like, I've gotten like copyright strikes, for using like music in like a reaction video, which sucks. But I mean, that's just like copyright laws. Like, you can't really question that, I guess. But it just sucks that there's like all these things that you have to follow. But I mean, like, I'm just glad I can make content and not have to worry about that sort of thing. I don't think I would really want this as a career, anyways. It just doesn't feel right for me. Just given like the nature of it and the environment that you'd have to deal with. Yeah, it just wouldn't be for me. But I just enjoy putting out videos for fun. But yeah, that's my whole thoughts on this whole YouTube debacle. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Be sure to let me know your own thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And one last thing to note, like, the point I do want to make is that, like, there is like content out there that kids do watch that is like actually kid oriented, that's like having ads on it, which this might actually apply to, like truly apply to, because kids are still watching content on like regular YouTube as opposed to YouTube Kids, which doesn't have ads on it and doesn't have comments. But there are kids out there who are watching, kid friendly content on YouTube, and getting ads like targeted at them, which this would make sense for. But the biggest thing to note is that, this is probably going to affect more content than it should. Which is the point of this video and my discussion on this, is, and the point that a lot of creators are making, because there's a lot of creators that, have seemingly kid content, but it's not necessarily directed at kids. Or yeah, it's just going to impact more people than I think it's going to need to impact, which sucks. And whether it deserves to impact them or not is, up to YouTube to decide, or the creator to decide if it's going to impact them. But it's just shitty for the creators either way, who used to have, or were having monetized videos, and now are probably in danger from it. So yeah, I just feel for them. It sucks, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one.